Hey guys, DOZ101
Alviman1.
here with your Q&A. Let's not waste any time. Battle Rocks asked us if they were going to make a season 3 of NXT, what would we think of the pros being WWE legends and Hall of Famers? I say that's a good idea.
Yeah, that
Who
sounds like a
would
good idea.
who would the 8 guys or girls be to have as pros? First off, we did not pick any girls in this list.
Yeah, we picked pretty much all guys. We started with HBK and Stone Cold.
Terry Funk, Jake the Snake,
We got Dusty Rhodes, Ted DiBiase,
Jimmy Snuka, and Bret the Hitman Hart. It may not sound like your ultimate list. We had Jerry Lawler and other
and Marty
possibilities.
Jannetty as well.
We
Just
had,
as a maybe.
we had other possibilities too, but there really weren't that many interesting choices that we could think of. Send back your feedback. Who would be the 8 guys or girls that you guys would pick? 760 Daddy had asked us, whatever happened to Bobby Lashley joining TNA?
Well, he was in TNA for a while, and he left to become an MMA star. Beyond that, maybe you know more.
Yeah, last I had heard, he had a mutual agreement with Dixie Carter, left TNA to go pursue Strikeforce and MMA. And he's there with Fedor. And for those of you that watch Strikeforce, you know what I'm talking about. The next question that we have is about Jeff Hardy. And Nugaflex asked us, how long do we think it will be before Jeff Hardy comes back to the WWE? Because the last time he was there, he lost a loser leaves WWE match, so to speak, against CM Punk. And he said this wasn't the last time that we'd see him.
Well, I think considering that Jeff Hardy is in TNA's top 10, it'll probably be a while before you see him come back. Unless, of course, something happens, he gets into his usual thing with drugs or, what have you. I think he'll be in TNA for a while. He may even get a run as the TNA champion.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a while before we see him come back.
I know I'm probably going to get heat for this, but I don't think ever. And I know it's probably not going to make sense from a business perspective, even with him being gone. I mean, WWE is very, very strict on the drug policy. And if they hire Jeff back, what kind of image would that make them look like? They've had the Benoit thing, tragedy happen to them, and they had to clean themselves up off of that. And with Jeff Hardy, I don't know if you could employ a guy like that, despite how much money he makes. I know people may not agree with that, but it's just my opinion. Abyss Sumtac Spot asked us, what are our thoughts on Miley Cyrus? And we apologize for the camera coming in and out of focus on you guys.
Well, if she were 18, I'd have more thoughts than I do.
Yeah. Not much can be said. We're into different types of music, man. I mean, we like Stain, Green Day, rap, hip-hop, We don't really care for so much for the Disney Nickelodeon bullshit that goes on.
I do kind of like Taylor Swift, though.
Yeah, Taylor Swift is good.
But
it is what it is. DMBXCO had asked us, who was the first wrestler that we enjoyed watching in the WWF? Like his was the Junkyard Dog.
You know what? It was good. For me, it was probably Shawn Michaels, and Shawn Michaels has always been my favorite wrestler. He just always puts on a great show. Either that, or even though Hogan couldn't wrestle his way out of a paper bag, Hogan was, he was the big name back in the day when I started watching. So, he was one of the big names that got me into it.
Okay, for me, The Undertaker. What can you say about Undertaker? 20-0 at WrestleMania, or going to be 20-0 at WrestleMania at some point.
17 right now.
Yeah, 18 actually.
You're right, 18.
Mystique, he's magical, impervious to pain. The gimmick, not over the top at all. It's very cool to be a dark character. I really enjoyed his feuds with like Psycho Sid, Mankind, Kane, Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, many others. And we really apologize for the camera going in and out on guys. I know you guys are going to give us shit, but not much we can do about that, at least as of now. Will there ever be a dark wrestler that could be in the Undertaker status?
No, probably not. Actually, almost definitely not, because there's nobody that's that good. The only person that even ranks up on the same, even close to the same level, is Sting, and even he's not even close to the same thing as Undertaker. He's a dark character, like you said, but he's kind of a different kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, Undertaker, the way I could see it like this, I think speaking for both of us, The Undertaker is the one in a kind character. You will have your great dark characters, but none will ever be like The Undertaker again, let alone get up to The Undertaker status. He thinks it may be a stupid question, but I don't think that is a stupid question. I really thought that was a good question, man. Team Rariah asked us, do we think Vince will buy a TNA or a Ring of Honor?
Probably not. I mean, I doubt that unless we really do see a Monday Night War again, which I doubt we'll see, that'll even really become a thought for Vince. As far as Ring of Honor, it's a pretty small promotion right now. And I don't think it's really any concern for Vince at the moment.
Neither do I. I would agree with that statement completely. If he was going to buy out TNA, it would have to be after Hogan and Bischoff left, after you got rid of Flair. It'd be basically when TNA is on its last legs. He could consider buying them out. But TNA is of no big competition to the WWE. I honestly do not think that. And when do we think the guest host concept is going to come to an end? And also, when do we see TNA going to Monday nights? When and if?
Well, I don't think TNA is going to go back to Monday nights because I think they're smart enough to realize it didn't work for WCW. It's not going to work for them.
They tried. They failed.
Yeah. The guest host thing. Well, as far as the guest host thing, I would not be surprised to see it go at least until the end of the year. I would hope that it would go at least until we get to see The Rock, because he's one guest host that I personally have wanted to see. But, we'll see.
From the business standpoint, I don't see a reason to end the guest host concept just yet. Maybe after SummerSlam, I'm thinking, is when we should really get ready to call it quits with the guest host. Rock unquestionably needs to be the last guy that we have as guest host on Raw, because let's face it, you've had good guest hosts, you've had bad guest hosts, but are they really worth the time on Monday Night Raw? In all honesty, really makes you think.
Some of them.
Yeah, some of them, not too many.
20.
Okay, we're getting ready to wrap this Q&A up here, guys, and here we go with this question. What makes us keep watching wrestling? And this is asked by Air Vase.
For me, I've been watching since way back in the day, since the late 80s. And it's always just been entertaining. Entertaining characters, good matches. Well, not all good matches. Some of them were kind of retarded, but that happens. But the thing is, they still have good characters, and it's still entertaining. When it stops being entertaining, then, I'll probably stop watching.
Okay, yeah, I would have to say for me, it's a die-hard mentality. We've been watching wrestling for maybe a combined 40 years almost. About 45, 50 years, just about. But, it's just a die-hard mentality. It's entertaining. It's good quality entertainment, like he just said. And we're going to wrap this up, guys. We apologize that we couldn't get to all your questions. But we're going to make another video, or I will make another Q&A video at some point in the near future. Thank you for watching. Peace.